God and he opens up the book of sins, I would say that I am your creation and I am proud. I wanted to bring up religion, and many people know, if not everybody, okay, not everybody knows, but most people know that I am not religious, and that doesn't mean to many that they don't believe in something, but for me, I do not. I am atheist. I mean, as a kid, I always just said I was agnostic, which just means I don't know what I believe in, that I'm open, and I guess I am open, but at the same time, I don't believe anything I don't see. And yes, you don't see wind, but you feel it. But that to me is still visible fact, I guess. And yes, I mean, I haven't read the Bible or anything, but I have read of it. I've read through certain parts of the Bible, and it's just not me. It's my beliefs, just as everyone that is watching has their own beliefs. Yes, I went to church for about 2 years. My whole family weren't religious. They may have believed in something, but we weren't religious in any way. We never went to church, anything. And then when we moved here to Minnesota, my father and he met some people who then were very, very, very religious. Very religious. And he started going to church, and he made me go to church and said, when I'm an adult, then I don't have to go. So I went for 2 years, Sundays and Wednesdays, for that teenager thing, if that's what you call it, youth group or whatever, and it never changed me. If anything, he actually stopped going because he started to have his own questions. Say hi, Mr. Willie. This is Mr. Willie. He's got extra toes. He's not the only cat with extra toes. And yeah, it's just how I am and what I believe. And I like to believe certain religions are, it's a hummingbird, I think, right there. I've never seen a hummingbird in real life, and it's like this tiny. Oh, where'd he go? Anyway, and I believe that I know that there's certain religions out there that I feel are more appealing to me. Like, if I had to choose one, and I don't know the full view about it, is Buddhism. I have a whole room on Buddhist, like, religion, but really I like it because, you know, there's no harm in animals. They believe in love and compassion and stuff like that, and that's what I like. And yes, Christianity does too, but it's a different form, if you understand. I like how they are with the world and the earth and, you know, Mother Nature, I guess, when Christianity is more of a, just to me, a religion. And I don't want to say this word and get everyone to hate me or to unsubscribe or unfollow me, but a cult, and that's not Christianity, that's religion in general to me. Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, it gets a little confusing, because as a kid, I had seen things that are unexplainable. And if you see that and believe that, you kind of need to believe on the other part of it. It's like believing in God. If you believe in God, you should believe in the devil type of thing. But that's where it kind of gets weird, and I don't bring it up because I don't know where I stand. But I will quickly mention it because I don't want to go into full detail and make this video crazy long. But as a kid, I had always seen things, and these things were actual people, people that were not there. My family didn't think anything of it. My mom started to really think that maybe I was a median, right? Median or medium? Medium. And the older I got, the more I seen things. Okay, I quickly want to just finish this story. I used to see people that were dead. The older I got, I still seen them. If I didn't see someone who died, I would feel that where they died and how they died I knew the room, the corner of the room, if they were standing, if they were sitting. I felt something wasn't right somewhere, and then I would ask somebody who knew, and I'd be right on knowing what happened to this person. I also see dead animals. There was a cat in this home that I've seen only in the living room. He was long-haired, white, blue-eyed. Many years later, the owners and the people who built the house, who live now across the street, who we're close with, told me about memories of this home and when they built it, and they explained about their white cat who had died in the living room, and told me how they looked, the blue eyes, everything. So I see things like that and feel things like that. I haven't in a while, but I have pretty much my whole life. But I don't believe anything. So I mean, it gets a gray area there, but I still feel that I don't believe in something I don't see. And yeah. So with religion, you know, there's a lot. I mean, obviously, everyone is a sinner if you believe in sin, because there is no Christian who has never cursed, or who knows, you know, sex before marriage, or the sexual orientation, or whatever the sins are. But the thing is, I don't understand why there are sins to begin with. I mean, we are here to live, and it's like, I understand that we have to have rules and laws, otherwise our world would be in chaos, you know, guns and rape and murder, things like that. But what I don't understand is, why would cursing be a sin, and why is lying a sin? Things that are just so, I don't know. I don't understand it. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just lifted this, and I normally can't, but I just didn't want to wait. I just don't understand how that's a sin. And for instance, I am gay, and a Christian comes up and says you're going to hell, or you see the people with signs at Gay Pride weekend, or families who say they're Christian but they try to push you into Christianity, or say that they love you no matter what, but then somehow bring up your sexuality. I've had people say, what do you say when you find out God's real and you didn't believe in him? If I was born this way, then it must be who I am. And then and everyone says, well, you choose this way. And why would someone choose to be criticized and bullied? People commit suicide because of the bullying that comes along with discrimination against sexuality. So yes, I hear there's different testaments and religion has changed a bit, but in the end, I think that religion should change. If it was the way it was when it all first started, then it should be that way always. Like, if you believe that there's sin in sexuality, if you're gay or bi is a sin, then it should be sin. Nothing should change. And I don't know. It's religion's really very hard for me to talk about, and I think it's for many. I think it's just like politics for people. Sweet mint. Anyway, about religion, I just want to quickly recap, because I tend to not make any sense for people, and that is, because I've seen what I've seen, I should believe in a higher power, but I don't. And it's just the way I think. Yes, sometimes you can change the way you think, and sometimes you really can't. And I don't believe in God. I like the idea of a God, and the idea of knowing that when you die, another life starts. It's like a whole brand new life, and those people who have died that you've missed, you get to see them. So it's not like you're leaving behind love, you're going back to love that was gone, earlier in your life. But I just, I know that more than half the world believe in God, like they're Christian, and then there's other religions. I don't, and I'm not scared for that fact. Uh-oh, my line's not flushing. Let's kind of jimmy it and play with it a little bit. So I'm not scared. If there's a God, and if you don't believe in God and you go to hell, that just proves my beliefs that I don't think there should be a heaven or a hell necessarily, or if I do feel like there should be, if there is a God, because there are people out there that are horrible, like rapists and murderers, things like that, or people like that. I guess I can see that. I guess I should have said is I don't think there should be a hell for people who are sinners in the book doing the most simple sins, like having sex before they're married, or having a orientation that they cannot help because they're born that way, or they curse, or they lie, or I didn't believe in God, so now I should go to hell and burn for infinity. I think that's reasons why I don't want to believe in any religion. I just don't believe that someone would make us just to control us in that way. I do believe that people feel comfort in believing something. Even my mom, she said the other day something like, I don't know, something with the word God in it, and she goes, oh no, I shouldn't say that. She goes, because just in case there's a God, I don't want to blah blah blah, I don't want anything bad to happen to me. This is not good. It's not flushing. Oh, there it goes. See, if I play with it a little bit, it just slides. So yeah, that's basically, I just feel that religion keeps you in this bubble, and yeah, I don't know. I definitely know that people who didn't believe in God do now because they were in a car accident and they're still alive, so now they believe in it. Or people who were drug addicts, alcoholics, and now they believe in God because they felt that they would have never made it through rehab and all that without someone looking over them, and that's great. But I just think that that's just because you were strong enough to do so. Or if you got in a car accident and you didn't die, it's because you didn't die. That's how life is, and everyone wonders. And that my big question from people, the biggest thing that people ask me is, then how did you get here? And my answer is, we were just here. Then who made you? No one made me. I'm just here. That's what I believe. I don't believe it's so supernatural. Like, you guys, most Christians don't believe in witches and vampires and ghosts type of stuff like that. And for me, I think that's the same thing. You're basically saying that a person made other people, like a supernatural being, and then they died, and then they came back, and they made an Adam and an Eve and all this stuff. It's just so what I would call supernatural, and it's just weird because Christianity doesn't believe in the supernatural, but then they believe in that. But then there are Christians who believe in witches and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just really confusing. And yeah, I don't care what religion a person is, as long as they are loving and caring to all people, strangers, family, and friends, then it doesn't matter to me. I know personally that I'm a good person. I show love to everyone, including animals. I rescue animals. I had a rescue. I give money to the homeless or in the street. I give them clothing during the holidays and during the cold weather time. I send care packages to 200 individuals a month. For those who are chronically and terminally ill. I don't think I need religion to prove that I'm a good person and that I'm going to heaven if there is a heaven. I am a good person. My life, what I do on a regular basis, proves I'm a great person, and that should be enough. If there's a heaven and a hell, that I should go to heaven because of my life and who I really am. And I believe that no matter what your religion is or lack thereof, it's all about who you are every day, day to day. everyone makes mistakes in the sense of what some people would say a sin and some people just say a mistake, like, you know, getting drunk and crashing your own car, or driving behind a wheel while drinking, which, you know, we all know is stupid, or, you know, cheating on somebody. I mean, there's going to be a wide range of mistakes that people can do, and we're all going to make mistakes, and we're not going to only have one mistake in our life, trust me, and we all know that. So, you know, that's what I believe about religion. I may have sound harsh on certain things because I don't know when I am sounding harsh. You know, being autistic, I just don't know when I'm doing it. But I've learned to try to sound not harsh, and sometimes it still comes out that way. So if I did, I apologize. So anyway, I'm a great person, and I wanted to share with you guys what I would say if I died and met God. If there is a God and he opens up the book of sins, I would say that I am your creation and I am proud.